Hey y'all. Hopefully my microphone is working okay. I'm just sharing the live on my socials. Hi Akira. Hi Tiz. Hey Blossom. Can you share a live link in Instagram stories? Is that a thing? About to find out. Hey Karen. Hey Kim. Hola. Alright, I'm just trying to share the live to my socials right now. So give me a second. I guess you can't share. Oh, yeah, you can. Perfect. Okay. Done. All right, y'all. What are we doing? Or what are you doing? I know what I'm doing. Does anybody have any questions? For those I know some of y'all are just going to be watching, and that's chill too. For those of you that are participating, do you have a candle, a piece of paper, and some salt? That's all we really need. Also, hi everyone, and thank you for being here. Does it matter what size the candle is? No, not at all. I'm literally using a tiny little tea light. As simple as possible. Okay. Perfect. Sounds like everybody... Is everybody ready to go? We doing this? It's really simple, really easy. Nothing fancy. No necromancy or blood magic, unfortunately. Wow, I never go live, and I haven't been live in like a really long time. So this is like so new for me. I used to go live on Instagram, or not Instagram, on TikTok all the time. I did like these viewing parties, I guess. Basically, we were just streaming shows together. It was really fun. Can we raise the dead and curse the Mexican education system today. I've had enough this week. I mean, we could try. It's a possibility. When life gives you lemons, hex somebody. You look nice. Oh, thank you. I got this little hat for like $5 on the TikTok shop, and I'm obsessed with it. It's so cute. Cause you know how like these witch hats are like really floppy and like they look kind of funky when people wear them. Like they're just flat. This isn't like that. It looks like all my other hats. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's get started. Oh, can I do that? I don't think I've ever gone live on YouTube before. Okay, I'm gonna flip you guys around and then put you on a different tripod thing, and then we'll get started. Is this a Forrest Gump moment? I don't know what that means. I feel like you're coming for me. I feel like you came for me, but I don't know when or why or how. But the feeling is there. Okay, I'm going to flip you guys around. I sense aggravation. In me? I'm not aggravated. I'm tired though. Real tea, I just woke up from a nap. I have not been sleeping. There's some like portal happening with the planets. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to flip y'all around. 1 second. Oh, shoot. Y'all fell. All right. That was an accident. I blame you, though. Okay. Can my humidifier replace the candle? Yes, actually, it can. If that's what you want to do. Use what you have. Naps are true magic. I literally never sleep in the day, though. Yeah, I haven't slept in a while. There's something in the air. All right. Let me get some salt. You just don't have a candle. Yeah, if you don't have a candle, if you have like an incense cone, that's a good replacement. If not, like if you want to use your humidifier, go for it. I've told people to use a lamp. Like, girl, use what you have. Okay, on a piece of paper and a pen, write Palestine, right? You don't have to like rip it out like this. You could just lay the paper flat if you want to. But this is step 1. Very simple. The oil before bed is magic. Oh, THC oil. Okay, I see you. Did you miss a material list? I don't know. All I said that people would need was a candle, a piece of paper, a pen, and some salt. So paper and pen, just to write Palestine down. And then some salt, which I am getting now. Actually, I'm going to move this and do the salt circle first. Have this giant jar of salt. All right, and then we're going to make a salt circle. Real simple, real easy. All right, that's good enough. Piece of paper in the middle. Bam. Okay, have I lost anyone yet with the salt circle? I hope not. Candle in the middle. Bam. For any experienced witches here, you can tell I really did try to make this as easy as I possibly could. I wanted more people to participate, and I didn't want to throw in like fancy herbs and, specific candle colors, just as simple as we can make it. All right. Okay. Everybody sound off in the comments and let me know if you're done, if you have the candle lit and everything and you're ready, because I do have a bit of a chant that we can all do together. So just let me know when you guys are ready. Okay. Done, and done. Okay. So first thing we're gonna start after you have everything ready to go, which it seems like everybody does. We're gonna do a little bit of energy work. Okay, if you're not familiar with this, it's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Just try and follow along the best that you can. We're going to bring in energy from our feet upward through our body, right? And have your hands around the salt circle if you can. So start bringing in the energy through your feet, through your body, through your hands, and to the spell. And we're going to give some lifting motions as we do this. I know it looks weird to some people, but this is what witchcraft looks like, y'all. Okay, and once you have that, once you got that little bit of energy work going, we're going to do this little chant together. Okay, so if everyone could start saying this while you're giving the spell energy, lifting your hands upward, we're going to say, Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. So I worded this spell specifically to work with whatever your belief system is. So great divine, I mean, if you believe in the Christian God, whatever, if you're working with Hecate, whatever, or if you just believe that the universe is one big entity, You finally caught the live. I haven't gone live in a really long time, actually. Okay. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Easy so far. Hopefully everybody's following along. That's literally all we need to do. Okay. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Okay, we're going to do this about 9 times. And just for the sake of it, we're going to start over. Well, I'm going to start over with the chant. And I'm going to do it 9 times. 9 is a good, strong number. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. I think that was 9 times. Don't quote me. I think that was 9 times. This is my first spell. I've done a cleansing and protection jar, but this is my first spell. Well, congratulations. Good to be starting with protection workings. I think most practitioners these days will recommend you start with protection spells. So mote it be. Yes, yes. A lot of people end their spells with so mote it be. Or blessed be. You think it was 5? Are you sure? Girl, I can't count in my head. Okay, I'm going to do it a few more times. Just because. Alright, energy coming through the earth, from the ground, through your feet, your entire body, to your hands, and lift. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Palestine, friend of mine, protected by the great divine. Okay. Or so be it. At the end of the day, the intention is there. Yes. I normally don't count. I just threw out the number 9 for you guys. Usually I will just chant until I lose track of time. And it's usually like it's like this specific feeling that you get where I don't know, how do I explain it? It's like time stops. You're completely in the moment. Nothing else matters. It's like you don't even have a thought going on in your head except for the actions that you're taking for the spell and the words that you're using. It's like you're completely lost in the moment. And doing that always results in like my best spell work. Because I've done some spells where it's like you're kind of just going through the motions, right? Especially if I'm like practicing a spell from a book. A lot of times it won't work unless you really put in that the effort. Your flavor is your flavor. Takashi, what does that mean? What is my flavor? Dr. Pepper? Hopelessness you've been feeling. Yeah, I feel you. I saw some things that I didn't want to see about what was going on in Palestine. Just the other day, it was somebody's Instagram of a reporter, and it just brought me to tears. I don't even like talking about it, honestly. But it was really bad. And it was like, it wasn't until I saw the children affected by it and what was going on that I just like, I could not contain the tears. Anyways, you just started spell work, Naomi. Congratulations. Go, Naomi. You're welcome. Thank you all for coming and participating. Hands were tingling. That is a really good sign of really tapping into the energy work. A little bit of a tingly feeling, not like numbness or anything, but I feel like once you get the hang of energy work, you can like feel it immediately. You once said, oh, wait, what? You once said that whatever your flavor is, spell rituals, whatever your flavor is. I don't know. Takashi, I say a lot of things. Well, at your internship job today? Oh, wow. Thank you, Montana. Yeah, no, thank you all for coming. All right, I'm going to flip the camera back around. I'm going to leave my candle going for a while. I'm just going to let it burn, but I'm going to flip the camera around and put y'all on a different tripod. Dur, dur, dur. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have like a ridiculous lighting system happening. So I have studio lights. I think you can see, yeah. So you can see one of them back there. And then I have one right here, and then I have this like giant ring light thing. And then I have like a tiny little, I don't even know what you call those things. It just makes the colors. It's like a circle light. But because of filming and like TikTok and stuff, I've learned that lighting is really important. Way more important than having a fancy camera or anything like that. Calling in energy work. I don't know what exactly you mean, Michelle, but I support you. Did I ever make the wand? No, and I really want to. So if you don't know, I have this piece of redwood from the redwood forest that was total brain pause. All right, some brain epilepsy happening. Give me a second. It was struck by lightning. That's what I was trying to say. I have this piece of wood that was struck by lightning. It's redwood. I found it in the redwood forest, and I want to make a wand out of it. I plan on collecting the char off of it, and I was gonna do a video about that and talk about like foraging your own spell ingredients and stuff. But yeah, I really want to make a wand out of that. That's the intention. I plan on doing it, but I need to like get some tools or something. Get some man stuff. Go to Harbor Freight. Anyways. Thank you, Frankie's World. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Takashi. Off to your second job. Make that bag, girl. Get that money. But you have a good day, Michelle. None of us are free until everyone's free. Yeah. Apparently, me doing this is illegal now, which is wild. I just saw this. The government passed some bill, and if you're like in support of Palestine in like any way, and if you condemn Israel in any way, it's like against the law. I don't know how they did that, and it got voted through. And I think this is different than the whole, because some of you probably heard like there was a bill passed recently that you can't criticize Israel. You can't say, what was the word, Zionism and Zionists. You can't talk about that right now, apparently. But then another bill was passed, and it passed 300 something to 14. Only 14 people voted against it. And yeah, you're not allowed to, like right now, it's illegal to be sending aid, like, you know, like the watermelon filters and stuff, and like the money was supposed to go to Palestine. Apparently that is now illegal. Not allowed to do that. And I think this right here is not allowed, but I mean, what are they going to do? Also, I saw that they are specifically watching faith groups, which technically means us, right? Which is on TikTok and Instagram and spiritualists as well. It's wild, y'all. It's really wild. It goes against freedom. Yeah, it is. It really, yeah, it shouldn't have passed, but it did, which is crazy because it's like, you're not, and from what I saw, it was like you're also like not allowed to. They're coming at it from a political standpoint, right? And it's illegal to criticize them as like a political party or something. That's how they're like wording it. But it's crazy because we can criticize our own political parties in this country, but doing or criticizing others is somehow just became illegal. I don't know. It's wild. And also, who was it? It wasn't like the Secretary of Defense or anything. Somebody with the FBI, whatever, they were talking about how terrorism is like at an all-time high. America is more at risk now of terrorist attacks than we were during 9/11 and the war in the Middle East. I don't know. It's all really, really crazy. I think we should start doing some spells to fire some Congress people. That's what I think. We really do need to start hexing the patriarchy. You're welcome, Jen. I'm just regurgitating what I've heard. It's not nothing new to a lot of people. Yeah, the whole thing really is insane. Cloud data tracking. Yeah, I heard that too recently. But to me, it's just like, well, they know literally everything we do. Actually, okay, this is kind of wild, right? So a lot of people don't know this about me. I've never like spoken about it on TikTok or any of my socials, but I used to make money in the stock market. As a day trader. I made good money. Good money, girl. And this was a few years ago. And I literally stopped doing that. And like left that life behind because of January 6th, the erection. Okay, calm down. The insurrection. That's what I was trying to say. But I quit doing that. Yeah. Because during the insurrection, I saw how truly evil all of those people are. I mean, horrible, horrible people. So basically what happened during the insurrection, a lot of people got really filthy rich. They all, especially day traders like me, they just quickly, they knew exactly how to invest their money. Like immediately they went into all the defense companies, and all of those defense companies, when the insurrection happened, their stock prices shot up like crazy. And to give you an idea, like if you invested like $1,000, all of a sudden that turned to anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000, right? Like it was a big jump. And a lot of people made a lot of money off of fear and horrible things happening. And the more I saw what was going on, the more I realized every time something bad happens, somebody in the stock market makes a lot of money, right? So what's happening now? Defense companies are going up. People are making a lot of money. And it's literally every single time something horrible in the world happens, there is somebody on the other end somewhere in the stock market getting rich off of it. Like it's really gross. I highly recommend more people learn about that. We need to get rid of the stock market. And we really need to start taking down companies. Like y'all saw Starbucks, they're down $11 billion. Okay, kudos. Good job. The SSI thing. Yeah. Yeah, they're not allowed to have more than $2,000. Yeah, that's really bad too. I've worked in healthcare with a lot of people who are disabled, and it's true. They can't have very much money. And I actually got in trouble one time because I told this girl I was working with to not listen to anybody because it was like a meeting and they were telling her that she has too much money and she needs to spend it. And I just straight up told her, no, don't listen to these people. Take your money out of the bank, put it in a shoebox, and don't tell anyone you have it. Make some fake receipts or something. Like, F the government for that. Rhea, I actually disagree with you. I don't think homemade coffee tastes better, but I need to find a good local coffee place. Somebody with a drive-through though. Has to be a drive-through. Gotta be destitute to get SSI. I don't know what you mean by that. Good things don't pay well. Yeah, that's very true. Good things don't pay well. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, put the money in your mattress. Yeah, if anybody here is on disability and you're trying to save, just take it out of the bank. Put it in a shoebox, put it under your bed, under your mattress. Just keep it cash. Tell if you have like a payee or whatever, whoever you have to report your finances to, just tell them you spent it, loaned it to people. Does depend on what kind of coffee. I'm a sucker for Folgers. I love the smell of Folgers. It smells better than all other coffee, except that U-Ban. Is it U-Ban? U-Ban. That smells really good. Fireproof safe. Yep. You're welcome, and thank you for coming, Natalie. Breaking points on YouTube is great for info. Oh, okay. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know what breaking points is, but I'll look into that. Oh no. Yes, Folgers. I love some Folgers. How's my day? My day's good, except I really have not been sleeping. Like, it's bad. This has been going on for a while. I'm trying to get into a clinic because I moved here not too long ago, so I don't have like anything set up. But I'm basically suffering from horrible insomnia, and like the bags under my eyes are getting really bad. But I just have not been sleeping for months, and all of a sudden I think it's because of the portals, and like there's so much going on with the planets. I'd like to blame it on the planets, okay, and say it's not me. But yeah, so I took a nap today, which I usually don't. I'm not someone who sleeps in the daytime ever. I'm a Virgo. We don't sleep. We work. And then we work more. Somewhere you won't forget about the cash. Yes. They are. The bags are real. Have you heard of that Peter Thomas Roth's cream? I think instant firming cream. It only works for a little while, and some people say it leaves a little bit of a white cast. But I want to try it. I want to try it just because. Like I see people using that, and I'm like, damn, that's Botox and filler for $30 a tube. Sign me up. I've never gotten Botox or filler or anything. I feel left out. I probably should. All the other influencers have it. Yeah, the energy, it is heightened right now. Yeah, Amaya, I think. Yeah, a lot of my witchy mutuals are complaining about the same thing, and apparently there's like a portal thing happening, and it's that damn Mercury. She's always retrograding. She's in Gatorade every time. Make a sachet for sleep. I do have some sleeping bags for spell work that I do, but nothing's working. I just can't sleep. Waited forever. Listen, me with Botox would be still authentic. All right, I authentically wanted the Botox. Actually, I don't think I would get anything. If anything, I want to try. Okay, so fillers dissolve, right? And there's this thing called like the non-surgical nose job where you get it done with fillers. I really want to try it. Like just to try it. Like I've always like disliked you can hardly really even see it on camera, but I have the tiniest itty bitty bump right here. So I want to get fillers just to fill this little spot. It would be like half a syringe. It would cost like $200. But I just want to try it. But then at the same time I'm like, well girl, I don't want to fuck up my face. Like what if something goes wrong? So, because I've never gotten anything done. I'm all natural. This is cucumber water. Period. You're welcome. And thank you for showing up. I do appreciate it. Everyone who showed up for the spell. Raise your hand in the comments if you are from Patreon, just so I can recognize your usernames. The spell was originally for Patreon, but we all agreed to make it public for everyone to get as many people on board as possible. You're welcome. Thank you for coming. Okay, Australia, work. You missed it. Yeah, sorry, hon. I mean, my candle's still going, but yeah, we did most of the work already. Not the same handle as Patreon. No, well, that's fine. Just so I can, like, remember your handle here, you know? Your broom closet online persona. Oh, hi, Scotland. Yeah, where's everybody from? I am in Oregon, USA, but my heart is in Ireland. Oh, Scotland. Did you know whiskey and scotch are the same thing? Do you guys fight about that over there? Because I know there was like a war. There was like some kind of war over liquor, and that's why scotch is called scotch and whiskey is called whiskey, because y'all fought about it or something. Something like that. I don't know. But I do know it's the same. Seattle. Oh, hey, Seattle. Okay, Pacific Northwest. England, but Scotland is where it's at. Yorkshire. I think it's pronounced Yorkshire, right? I'm pretty sure. Virginia. Virginia. It's okay. You can move. It is the same thing, though. You know it's the same thing, too. And you probably learned about it in your school history or something. Royal Coven. I have not read that. Hey, Philly. Chi-town. What does that mean? Where's Chi-town? Like Chinatown? Because like everybody has a Chinatown. Right? Am I wrong? I don't know. Eureka. Okay, you're not far either. Oklahoma. That's where my tribe is from. Or that's where my tribe is based out of, is Oklahoma. I would never live in Oklahoma. You could not pay me to move there. Not a chance in hell. The tornadoes? Never. The giant bugs? No. Mm-mm. The desert wasteland with the oil fields? No. Girl, you need to move. Mm-mm. I'm going to send you a rescue package. Oh, Chi-town is Chicago. Okay. I didn't know that. Cool. Yes, Pacific Northwest. Oh, what should you do with the paper you wrote on? Choctaw. Naomi, I'm Choctaw. Yeah. Well, hang on. Okay, so with the paper you wrote on, you can just recycle it, or if you want to, you can burn it over. If you did like a small one like I did, you can burn it over the candle like a petition, sort of like that. Yeah, I'm Choctaw. That's where my tribe is, but I'm actually mostly Ojibwe Cree, Anishinaabe. But I'm enrolled in Choctaw through ancestry. My great grandmother, she was Choctaw, but I'm pretty sure she was Munjin, which is something I only recently learned about. And it's what Abraham Lincoln was. Basically, it's like you're African American with some native, but it was like somehow its own kind of race. I'm still learning about it because I don't really know. Southern Illinois, Tennessee. Yes. Thank you, Ireland. Yeah, Choctaw and Ireland. I love Ireland so much. I really do. Like, I would move to Ireland and I would just stay there. But yeah, my tribe and Ireland have a very long history of being good friends. And actually, it wasn't just a few years ago. Ireland actually paid my tribe back the money that we loaned them during the famine, which I thought was really cool. And your guys' I think you guys have a president, right? Or a prime minister. I think it's president. in Ireland. I'm not sure. But he visited the chief of my tribe. And he visited the reservation, which I don't know why, girl. Reservations are rough. Yeah, it is cool. I love Ireland. Not because of the history with my tribe or anything, though. I just like am pulled to it. I really want to go to Ireland. That's like my first out of country destination. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. You never got around to it. If you have like ancestry with Choctaw, it's pretty easy. There Choctaw is easier to get your what would you call it? Claim your heritage or whatever than a lot of other tribes. Like the the tribe that I mostly am, which is Ojibwe Cree on my father's side, and it's based in Montana and somehow Michigan. I don't know. I need to learn more. But they require you to be like 50% blood quantum. They're not fucking around. Dublin is overrated. Your ancestors left Ireland during the potato famine. Sounds like they were hungry to get out of there. The Cave of the Cat. I have no idea what that is, Karen. The Cave of the Cat. What does that even mean? I'm going to have to Google it. All right. Does anybody have any like questions, especially the patron members that are here? Anybody have questions for me? I will answer them. Also, patron members, feel free to DM me with questions like anytime. I know I've said that a million times, but nobody ever does. So I'm just like, I guess nobody has questions. You should see my DMs on Instagram and TikTok. It's crazy. Like, really. It's a lot. Oh, thank you, Miguel. Yeah. I guess for me it wasn't just because like I mean, my grandmother was enrolled, great grandmother was enrolled, grandfather, my mom. It was pretty easy. My mom was like white though. Like I don't know how she got I don't know how she got it. The blood quantum was there, but like girl, white. But I mean so am I. So I don't know why I'm so pale though. Like my sisters are much darker than me, but also my aunt on my father's side, like we were both the middle kids and we're both white. Everybody else is dark. We're the white ones. Well, you don't have to DM me. I'm just I'm just saying like if you need help with any spell work that you're doing or something like that, I am there to help. Not sure how you DM on Patreon. Honestly, I can't tell you from your end. I don't know what it looks like on your end. I only know what the Patreon looks like from my end. In my words, define a hedge witch. Okay. A little bit complicated because I have two different definitions for you. All right. So I have the hedge witch in my minds. That I like to like fantasize like, ooh, I'm a hedge witch today, you know? But then there's like the actual definition. Okay, so a hedge witch is a solitary practitioner that doesn't really fuck with anybody. And you probably wouldn't see them posting stuff online like I do, or like being in the group chat and stuff. But that's honestly pretty much it, which is why there's not a lot of great books on it. But in my mind, a hedge witch is basically us, all of us. Like, we're coming together, we're doing spell work, but we're not actually initiating ourselves into a coven and having those bonding ties that can sometimes actually be dangerous. Like, I don't know if y'all saw the video I posted a while back about the Court of Sovereignty, which is actually really cool. I love this, having this knowledge and knowing that, excuse me, and knowing that some witches and some covens did this. But basically, the Court of Sovereignty, you were actually giving your power away to someone else. And like, why would you ever do that? Like, why? You know? And a lot of covens are notorious for doing that. So in my mind, we're all hedge witches in our own little modern coven where we don't have those bonding ties. Because, like I said, sometimes those are dangerous. Yeah, you can check out my Patreon. I have 3 different tiers. I just started the other 2 tiers. One for basic witchcraft, and then I have one where I'm teaching the hexing and cursing. And you get like the higher tiers have access to all the lower tier information as well. But I just wanted to separate like the hexing stuff from, so the people that don't want to see that don't have to, you know, because I know it's a lot of people don't want to see that kind of stuff. Need to top off the toner before you were printed? How dare you? I'm not that white. Okay, the lights are flushing me out. All right, I have a little bit of color. Do you feel like spell work takes momentum? Like I'd have to do spells for weeks or months before I get the hang of it? Okay. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by momentum, Naomi, but I'm just going to give you some advice, and like for everybody else here too. So, in my opinion, the best thing that you can do to make sure that you have results in your spell work is repetition. So that doesn't mean that, oh, you're going to have to do this spell every day for a week and then it doesn't work, so you do it a month. You know, not like that. What I mean is, you know how we just did this spell, right? And we have the energy work part of it, right? And then you have the chant, right? And you keep doing that. So normally I would be saying the chant in my head, right? And I'd probably go through it 100 times. until I'm just completely lost, like a crazy person, like literally. So I will be like doing the spell and it could look like this. I could just be like sitting here rocking and I'm just completely lost in my own head. Um, and from a chaos magician perspective, that would be utilizing Gnostic states and altered states of consciousness, which would be more on the basically doing that, what I just said. It's using tactics from high magics and utilizing them in our folk magic, which a lot of people, they would call low magics, which is like, okay, rude. But it's utilizing some of those practices into the folk magic, because back in the day, like let me think of something. Okay, like a Venus glass, right? Water, crack an egg into a bowl, done, and then you divine the shapes that you see. You're in folk magic, you're not going to take it there mentally. It's just the act of doing it, right? So that's kind of the separation there. So I like to use those high magic tactics in my basic folk magic stuff, and that I feel like it gives me really good results. So repetition, very important, and you just keep doing it until you're lost. You're lost in that moment. Nothing else will matter. You won't even have perception of anything else other than what you're doing in the spell. So yeah. You're on the hexing and cursing. Okay, Joanna, I see you. I just started it. I did post a spell, or not a spell. I did post a video on there for some like basic things that you'll probably want in order to learn from me. Also in for the patron members that are still here, in the recent video I posted about like basic things that you need, I forgot to add a mirror in y'all's video. Please don't forget a mirror. Okay, we need mirrors, especially for a lot of spell work that I'll be posting. I've really been vibing with mirrors. Cousin passed Tuesday night. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Wow. That's a lot of death really quickly. Okay, hang on. Do we burn the paper after the candle burns down all the way down? No, you don't have to. You can just recycle it, but if you want to, that's fine. Whatever you want to do. Looking for a way to honor ancestors. Well, that's going to be specific to your situation. You don't have to set up an altar or anything. But for me, because I don't have altars, which is like totally wild for some witches. They're like, what do you mean you don't have an altar? But yeah, I don't have one. So for me, what I would do, probably like a cup of coffee next to a plant by the window. It can be that simple. Maybe some coins, couple dollar bills, a shiny rock that you really like, your favorite crystal, stuff like that. And then just talking to them. Yeah. It doesn't have to be complicated at all. ancestor work. Well, ancestor work is different, but honoring your ancestors, it's not hard. It could just be a prayer, a little thank you thought, something simple. Seeing you use the mirror to reflect back the spell to amplify was a light bulb moment, and I went and found one the next day. Girl, I've posted so many spells in my years on TikTok. I don't even know which one you're talking about, honestly. I post so many, but I do use mirrors a lot because they're like great. They're perfect. And they're really good if you want to like if you want to do some workings on someone, right? Whether they're good or bad, I don't know your business. Mirrors are really great to do that. And I use something that I just in my head I just call it a fishhook sigil. So I'm basically like I don't know how to explain that right now because I've never thought of explaining it. I'm basically like cutting through an ethereal portal in a way. That's how it's kind of designed. And I'm using the mirror. I'm going to have to think about how to explain that better. So I'll save that for a Patreon video for another day. Oh, the Uno reverse spells. I love those. They're so easy. It's the perfect little return to sender. Ugh, it's perfect. And yeah, it's kind of like making a little... It's kind of like a mirror box, but not quite. I haven't made a mirror box before, but one of my mutuals is big on mirror boxes, and I really want to make one. She says apparently that you can trap entities inside of them. I don't know about that. Haven't tried it. Cannot confirm. But it would be interesting to try. Not trapping, but just to test it out, see what happens. All right. I've been on here for 68 minutes. I'm going to get off. But thank you all for coming. I really do appreciate it. This spell was kind of important to me. I was trying to get it done sooner, but I just didn't have the time. But I really do appreciate everyone coming. We love being a modern witch. Yes, agreed. The same way we cover all the mirrors doing seance work, it sounds. Ooh, seance work. I've always wanted to like get into that and like hold seances for people. All right. Anyways, I'm going to go. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you on Patreon. Okay, bye.